Like people, cars benefit from good genetics. Fortunately for the Volkswagen e-Golf electric car, starting with a Golf as a foundation gives it excellent DNA. The whole Golf range, including the GTI, has been a perennial 10 best cars winner for the past decade. If a Golf 2 or Ford or Sportwagen can't meet your automotive needs, then you either have a large family or we respectfully think you're wrong. New for 2016 is this entry-level e-Golf, the Say. It resets the starting point for the e-Golf to less than $30,000, at $29,815, significantly below the continuing $36,415 sold premium model. Factor in tax credits from the federal and some state governments, such as Colorado, and the bottom line can drop into the teens. At that point, the e-Golf starts looking like a pretty attractive way to avoid gas stations forever. While electricity isn't free, the e-Golf's predicted annual energy cost, according to the EPA, is $550, or $650 less than it would take to fuel a VW Golf TSI automatic. But more than cost, limited range is the biggest concern when considering an electric car. According to the EPA, there isn't a single F priced under $30,000 that can travel farther than 100 miles on a charge. The Nissan Leaf SV, which has the newly available and larger 30 kWh battery pack, starts at $35,050 and can go 107 miles. The Chevrolet Bolt EV, which promises 200 miles, goes on sale late this year at an expected price of $37,500. The EPA estimates the e-Golf's range at 83 miles. Yet the farthest we drove on a single charge was 52 miles, after which we recharged. The battery sucked up 19.0 kilowatt-hours of electrons, or about 80% of the 24.2 kilowatt-hours battery pack's capacity. Which means that after driving 52 miles we had only 5 kilowatt-hours left, something like 12 or 13 miles worth. The Say comes with a 3.6 kilowatts onboard charger, although buyers can opt to upgrade to a 7.2 kilowatts unit for $1,695. VW says the 7.2 kilowatts charger standard on the Soul can replenish an empty battery in about 4 hours, drawing electricity from a 240-volt source. Figure twice as much time for the smaller charger. The $6,600 upgrade to the e-Golf Soul Premium also nets LED headlamps, leatherette upholstery, an upgraded 8.0-inch infotainment screen versus the Say's 6.5-inch unit, and navigation. Automated emergency braking, forward collision warning, and hands-free park assist are bundled in a $395 package that's also exclusive to the Soul Premium model. Inner space inside, the e-Golf Say reminds you it's the budget model with its cloth seats and a rubberized steering wheel. One could only consider multifunction because it has a horn. The controls are familiar, however, as is the cabin. One deviation from the Golf norm is that a power meter replaces the tachometer. It visually indicates how much power the driver is tapping and the effectiveness of the regenerative braking. For the record, the e-Golf uses an indicated 20% of its available electric power when cruising at 70 miles per hour. Volkswagen's MQB architecture allowed designers to package the electric drive components, notably the 701-pound, 264-cell battery pack, under the floor and the rear seats without encroaching into the passenger cabin. As far as passengers are concerned, the interior is the exact same size and shape as it is in an internal combustion Golf, which is not the case with the Ford Focus Electric, which has reduced interior space to accommodate the battery pack. Performance and efficiency. A 115 horsepower AC motor supplies the go. Getting to 60 miles per hour requires 9.4 seconds. That's not quick, but this car weighs 211 pounds more than a 170 horsepower 4-cylinder Golf TSI automatic, which can hit 60 miles per hour in 7.5 seconds. The e-Golf eventually will get to 85 miles per hour, at which point the motor will be turning at 12,000 revolutions per minute. It stops from 70 miles per hour in 175 feet and holds the road with a solid 0.86 grams of grip, good enough to beat the gasoline version of the Ford Focus as well as the 2.0-litre Mazda 3. And the way that VW balances commendable performance with a comfortable ride is something all automakers should study. The e-Golf's most noteworthy performance is the slow drain of electrons from the battery pack. We averaged 94 mph over 157 miles, consisting mostly of short 20 miles or less commutes and daily lunch outings. That's a far cry from the EPA rating of 116 mph combined, but it's still pretty damn efficient and 32% better than the Focus Electric we put through a similar routine recently. Only the BMW i3, 124 mph and the Chevrolet Spark F 119 mph boast better EPA combined ratings. The one thing we'd like to see VW do with the e-Golf is to provide more aggressive regenerative braking in drive. To perform so-called one-pedal driving, you have to select B with the shifter. Most affordable electric cars carry a certain aura of eco-easiness about them. They're slow, we've covered that. Quiet, and not built for Nebraska's endless stretch of I-80. The e-Golf is no different. But around town, the instant torque, 199 lb-ft at 0 rpm, proves more than ample to set the pace when accelerating from a stoplight. Aside from the top speed and acceleration, the e-Golf surrenders little to gas-fired Econo boxes, which is the most praise any non-purpose-built electric car can hope for. It must be in the genes.